Handle your business. Handle your business.
Loyal and honor, don't break no bro codes. The more red rose, max with the rose gold. Whoever counted me out, they can't count. Oh.
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop home, game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop home, game in the chokehold. They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop home, game in the chokehold. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, chillax, chillax.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. He does it again. A second nice move, a spin. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. A big play there on the first play of the game. 56 yards.
Hey, let's go.
Right back to him on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now Ryan on second down. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Fourth down. Here's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. They opt to go for it, and they get it. First and goal after a pickup of 5.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on fourth down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say.
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones from 6 yards away. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now it's Ajayi. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he's got some space here. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The first carry for Josh Adams, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On 2nd down now, Adams. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Ajayi. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Hang in there now.
It's a sneak. It's Wentz. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Now Wentz will keep it. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz taking it in. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Possession back over to the Atlanta Falcons. And this is a team that broke a 3-game losing streak, and boy, did they need that win last week against Tampa Bay. But the injuries are still a problem. In fact, they had 3 new injuries surface in that victory.
Remember the injuries we were talking about were on the defensive side of the ball. Linebacker Deion Jones, the 2 safeties, right? You talk about Keanu Neal, and, of course, Ricardo Allen. Both of them gone for the year, it appears. This time it's on the offensive side. Hot rookie wide receiver Calvin Ridley out with an ankle injury, didn't return in that ball game. Mohamed Sanu had a 35-yard touchdown pass that he hauled in, but missed the second half with a hip problem. And the kicker, Matt Bryant, knocks down a 57-yard field goal with a little over a minute to play in the 4th quarter, but pulls a hamstring on his kicking leg. Amazing the amount of injuries the Falcons have had to endure.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Coleman, and he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ryan now off the bootleg. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Mike Bennett, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Third and long. It's Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Ryan to throw. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, this gives us a chance to look ahead to some big Week 7 games upcoming. New England, Chicago, that's intriguing. Carolina and Philly, you have that game. And then how about Dallas and Washington? They're a combined 6-5, but they're playing for first place in the NFC East.
And just think, Dallas and Washington fans, when they have children, the first words they teach them are, "We hate that rival team." And now they're going to get after for first place in the East. The records aren't great, but the rivalry is strong. New England, Chicago let one get away last week against Miami, but still they have high hopes in the NFC North, and they get to test their mettle against a perennial champion, the New England Patriots. And Carolina, Philly. Carolina had a tough one in Washington last week. Philadelphia, big win.
And that's caught inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns in.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again. Vic Beasley in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long.
Shorty.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before half for Wentz. Trying to lay one up deep. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. As his guys are in for 6. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. Well, special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
They'll toss it to Coleman. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Play action. Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nigel Bradham coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Nigel Bradham in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. This is Ajayi. Powering his way forward. Still fighting through tackles. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Open space inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? This is Clement. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now fourth down and goal. And Elliott puts this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So out come the Falcons now. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And that's going to be incomplete.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And now running right through it. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Wiggles free, throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. And now it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
They'll run with Clement, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott now to kick this one away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On second down, here's Ryan.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, gun.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get the...
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Brandon Graham in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan. Wrigley. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27. Now Ryan on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down. On third down, Ryan. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And finding the tight end Hooper. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Rolling to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you